Bit of a statement entrance, huh? Yeah. Loud as fuck. Alright. Maybe let's leave the master volume around 50 and the SFX volume around here, but we can lower that music by a fair smidgen. Watch this be the loudest part of the thing. We have to come back in and fix this. Okay, so this is Crown Gambit. I'm going to see if there's a category for it. It's out relatively soon. There we go. All right, let's try out the demo. Let's see. Reduced HP, characters have increased HP, deal more damage, recover fully HP after battle, moderate amount of HP after battle, bosses and your characters have no stat bonuses. Let's start with normal. Soldier.
Shh. Now, everyone. Let me tell you a story. The story of the great kingdom of Mordred, and of the greatest peril in its history. A long time ago, the sovereign ruler of all gods, Azurtor, sent a gift to the mortals. The relics, mighty artifacts of occult powers.
I love a narrated intro.
But dark is the human heart. For the countries of the realm left only fire and death in the wake of their wars as they fought over the relics. 'Twas so until the day that a woman named Vermessa unveiled the
now I'm
most
thinking I should get,
absolute of
I should
all
invest in, or
relics.
I'd say
One
the new
which
experience
could
is dope. Now I think I should
control
invest in it. Well,
all others.
I think Manus
The
is.
crown of Azurtor.
I think they might be actually full up, but I'll send you the link.
With the help of the four
if you
mother
are interested.
houses, Vermessa
It's
unified the realm
skebbish,
and
so
erected
there's
its
not a lot of
majestic
back and forth. It's
capital.
really just like here's the instruction once and what's made is made. But Manus did really well
And
with
so
the vague
was
instructions I
founded
gave.
the kingdom of Mordred.
Or
As for the
hyper-specific
remaining
instructions,
relics, they were handed out to the
It is what it
Paladin
is.
Corps, an order of fighters sworn to the exclusive service of the crown and of the royal family.
I've been paying attention. Definitely 100% for real. Hey, Kaya. How's it going?
Long after the kingdom came to be, as it appeared to have found peace and balance in all things.
So I'm trying to
A
remember
covert operation
when I
would
saw
see a
this.
party of novice paladins joining forces on a most enigmatic quest.
Looking at the store page, I think...
Only 3 they were. Rollo, a simple sailor, came to join the Corps after saving Mordred's beloved princess from the clutches of the Jawsmung, a terrible abomination of the sea.
That's amazing.
Eliza, the youngest of the Bloodcrest
I mean, it was
family,
definitely
preferred
art,
the path of
the
the
art
warrior
that brought
to
me
that
here.
which was expected from a noblewoman of her rank.
Just chilling. How are you? I'm doing alright. I'm doing okay. I woke up at
Hail, a
4:30
servant
p.m.
of the
today,
gods
so
was
that
the
was
sole member
something.
chosen among the Order of Ancestrals by a relic, Starshade. All hailing from different walks of life, yet their shared destiny would go far, far beyond their vows.
Four? Yeah.
And so at last our story begins.
To be fair, I was
With
up
our
until like
3
6:30.
paladins charged to escort the king and his last-born son across the lands.
Yeah, the new graveyard shift is definitely taking a toll. Which is fun because tomorrow I have to be there at noon, so I'm really got to set some alarms. I'm trying to figure my sleep schedule out so I can wake up in a relatively decent time, because I do want to be able to use the days that I'm working graveyard as a means to stream a little more during the week. But this week was a bit rough. These creatures again? Can't stay here much longer. Let's clear a path. Ew. Deal 5 damage on enemy, applies poison no matter where it is on the board. 15 damage, inflicts burn on and blinded. 9 damage, applies weakened to adjacent spaces. How much health do they have? They have 5, okay, so... Dead. I feel like that one would probably be worth 2. Oop. There we go. It was not. It's like, what if Inscription was, you know, less. Not saying that this is less than that, just like less insane. It's never going to end, is it? You're forcing my hand. Vanquish or banish abominations. Ancestral grace. Alright, so board wiping ult. Alright. Very good. Oh no! The boss figure with 999 health. What? No. I don't know if that was a standard attack or a counter ult, but fuck. But yeah, it's like, what if Inscription was triple triad and had a like a strong medieval aesthetic? Nightmare again? I might have overused my relic in the past few weeks. Dawn is breaking. I should get ready. So Hale, are you ready? Join us down here. We'll get back on the road shortly. I'll be there this instant. Is the outside clear? Wife. Seems there is no one. The kid wasn't ready to leave yet. We'll wait for him a bit. What time am I off tomorrow? Tomorrow I'm working noon to 6. So I should be back in time to do some shenanigans. Because I know Saturday's usually the co-op games day. Rello, were you not a fisherman before? Do you know anything about our destination? Orpur? I've heard of it, but never been there. They say it's a small fishing village. They get by, I heard. I wonder what could the royal family have to do there? I'm curious to know, too. Why were we chosen to escort them, even though we are novices? I'm as curious as you are, Sir Hale. We could ask Sir Alphonse when they hear they come. Okay, definitely not actually the villain. It's been so long since I last slept on straw. Neptos 2, King of Mildred. We shall provide you with better bedding in Opur, my lord. Lower thy voice, paladin. Alphonse, paladin and protector of Galahad. Or Galahad. Yeah, planning to play on some Sonic Crossroads tomorrow since they open the playtest this weekend. Ooh, I should probably register for the playtest then, huh? I'm just gonna casually go over here. Thankfully, it doesn't cut off the bit. Here we go. Just download it from Steam. Sonic Racing Crossroads. There we go. Join the playtest. Okay. Alright, so that's for later. We'll go and fetch the prince. Get ready to leave. Alphonse, why are those here with us? Your father tasked me with finding reliable and discreet paladins to accompany him to Opur, your majesty. Our 3 new recruits are exactly the paladins we required for this quest. But you're the strongest of them all. Why would you need them? Worry not, my little prince. We shall protect you. Do not call me little prince. Soon I'll celebrate my 8th spring. I'll finally be allowed to bear my own sword, and my father will never need guardians like you anymore. Yeah, let's let the one with royal experience go. Politely point out his rude demeanor, or we can let the king intervene. Seems like the correct option. Members of the royal family must show great deference to our devoted members of the Paladin Corps. Your mentor should reassert the very fundamentals of decorum. You truly disappoint me, my child. I allowed you to accompany me on this journey, but I shall not stand for your puerility. Wait, there's someone. You, get out of here. Tangi. Eden regular. I heard nothing, I swear. I won't tell anyone the royal family's here. What did you just say? What? I won't tell anyone about the king's presence in the inn? My apologies, my lord. That commoner could spread the news of our presence here. We cannot risk anything, not on a mission of such importance. I concur. Take him away, and do what needs to be done, Paladin. The idea is unpleasant, but our quest cannot be undone. Very well, sire. What are you? You killed an innocent? I did what was necessary, novice. Nothing to cry about. Let us leave. But yeah, as you can see, the aesthetic digs very much my vibe. Encounter. Starts a conversation with this character. Yeah, why not? What's the worst that can happen? Galahad's protector kills this one too. Good day, my lords. Looking awfully a lot less tired. Indeed, it's been a long day. Why don't you stop and rest a little? Caught some fresh plunk and not too foul at that. Are you offering us drink just like that? I'm a generous soul, you see. I wish our drink. Don't you want a taste? No, we really cannot. We are in a hurry, we cannot rest. Unfortunate, generous souls are rare in times like this. We cannot trust anyone, Paladin. Like, I feel like we should probably be ignoring people, but I want to engage with the content as well. Friends, some travelers can set up camp on the roadside. I wonder why they're hauling so much. I'm gonna err with Eliza again. Let us be discreet. Our mission is confidential, Paladins, I must remind you. Eliza's right, buddy. Alright. Probably bandits, brigands, or something. Glowerix Forest. Ah, we're finally here. After a short journey, the heroes arrived to Glowerix Forest. Sir Alphonse, you said we were obviously the most qualified for this quest, but there is nothing obvious about choosing the 3 youngest and most inexperienced paladins to escort the king outside the capital. Hard to deceive, aren't you, Lady Bloodcrest? I am a lady no more, sir, but a paladin. Forgive me. About your inquiry, you are a very rare sight among the Paladin Corps, individuals not marred with court intrigues and political schemes. You might be the only people I can trust to keep our journey a secret. I see. Was I right to believe so? We shall honor the trust you put into us. Hey, little one. My prince, thy dad, your father, was a bit rough. Fathers can be like that sometimes. It's how they care about us. I would prefer if he cared in another way, then. Look there. It seems brigands have been hanged. Indeed, I shall tell our majesty. The young prince is a bit young to see such a horrid thing. There's a bill stuck next to it. I'll read you what it says. For endangering the lives of a noble envoy of House Emeister, Mother House Meister, known for its neutrality and values of wisdom and peace, and for hanging people, apparently. And the votary, priests of the nobility, votaries preach the words. Of the deities of the aristocracy, most live in the upper levels of the Waste Basilica. I really like games that have the contextual, like, pop-ups. Like, I know that this was, like, big in FF16, and people were like, no, normies should have to study a codex like everybody else. And no, especially if you're for a new thing, this is good. Let's see, we got options. I don't think that Eliza would pity. Regret how things turned out from Hale seems like the most. Death is too harsh a fate for someone hopelessly seeking nourishment. In Larstam Abbey, where I grew up, nobody told me the world could be so cruel. We never went out. Hale grows closer to the people of Meodred. Sometimes during dialogues, the affinities of your paladins towards three great forces of Meodred will change. Each paladin has different affinities that will sometimes change their reactions when faced with certain situations. Hunger can push people to do things they will regret in their entire life. At least they won't have to live with it now. Indeed. Hey, you there. Halt. Who goes there? Goberto Nyanad de Pimpinel at your service. What is it you want? You are paladins, are you not? How fortunate it must be, for you see, I would like very much to join the corps. Wait, something's coming. Rabid dogs, save yourselves. A little convenient. Where is Pimpernel? This is nothing but a bunch of small fry. Take care of these curs while I protect His Majesty and the Prince. Select one of your paladins by clicking on the card. Once selected, your paladin can perform one of the following actions: move, simple attack, or encouragement. To move your paladin, click on an empty adjacent tile. To attack an adjacent enemy, click on its card. The inflicted damage is equal to the strength of the paladin, value shown in the upper left corner. To encourage an adjacent paladin, click on its card and select the encourage option. The ally will receive +1 strength for bonus for 1 turn. Each of these actions consumes an action point. The selected of the selected paladin. You can check the amount of action points for a character in the top right corner of its card. Okay. I think they're hinting that putting our priest in the corner while the dogs attack is probably the best option. Okay, so she's got... Eliza's her strongest paladin, crazily enough. Let's move him here. We can encourage her. Cool. Now, Eliza... Oh, we can have Rollo move over. And we can have him encourage him. Or, no, we had Rollo encourage Hale. So, okay, that... Is there... Can I rewind to turn? We're gonna retry this combat. Okay. Select one of your paladins. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, so let's have him move here. Let's have him encourage her. Now we have Eliza. Let's attack this one because its damage is higher. We'll have Rollo move over. We'll have Hale encourage Rollo, and then we'll have Rollo attack this dog. Okay, so our armor... I wonder if there's a way to regenerate that at all. Every paladin has a unique deck of skill cards. These skills enable them to perform more powerful and varied actions than the basic ones. Each skill must have one or two of the modifiers free and reserve. Each round, your paladins draw a number of skill cards equal to their draw stat, shown in, by the value hovering over the draw button. To play a skill card, select it by clicking on it first, and then click on the valid target for this skill. Except for free cards, this action consumes an action point. Skill cards without reserve modifier remain in the paladin. Skill cards without the reserve modifier remain in the paladin's hand at the end of the turn. Oh, okay, sorry, that was... my brain just skipped that. Skill cards without the reserve modifier remain in the paladin's hand at the end of their turn are discarded. Am I having a stroke, or is that just written very weird? Skills without the reserve modifier remaining in a paladin's hand at the end of the turn are discarded. Okay. When the deck is empty, the discarded cards are shuffled and returned to the deck. Yeah, okay. Alright, so... it looks like Eliza has a couple of bleeding mechanics. Deals 9 damage to an adjacent enemy. If the target has bleed, inflicts vulnerability as well. Targets an adjacent character and inflicts bleed. Okay, so we can do effusion. And then we can do weak spot. Wonder if that'll be enough. We still have an action as Eliza. Can we attack? We can. That worked. Another one down. Keep your focus, sir. We are not done yet. We must ensure none of them endanger the king nor the prince. Alright, so what we got with hail, we have shatter. Deal 8 damage to the target as armor. Which, can we... No, we cannot target. It's 1. Range of 1. Swap positions with an ally. Deal 5 damage to an enemy that applies poison no matter where it is on the board. Ooh. Let's him go... Yeah, we'll have him go last. So with Rolla selected... Oh, we can do a free swap. And he also has an attack that... Damn, okay. There's a lot going on here. And then Elder Brother will allow us to swap for free. He's out of actions though, so if we select Hail... Deals 8 damage if the target has armor, deals 4 damage otherwise. Okay, we knocked the armor, so Shatter's not as strong as it otherwise would have been. Poison Dagger... I wonder if it would be better to just take this one out. Or put him in a position where it could be taken out. Shatter. Which will apply vulnerability, and we'll use illusion to swap back with Rollo. Hypothetically. They both have bleed. He's gonna lick his wounds, but he does take that poison damage, so that's... But the poison's gone after a single turn, okay. All allies in Eliza's line and herself move to the adjacent line. Oh, that could be very interesting. However, this is exactly what we need to kill that one. And then let's switch over to Rollo. Pushes them back a tile, gain untouchable. Apply Shaken to an adjacent target. How about we do buffs? debuffs. And just... Oh, right, he only has 2 action points. We'll do some healing. The game is chugging a little bit. The game might be freezing. And tragic. Oh no, I was really liking that one. Come on. Alright, we're gonna give it the old college second try. That's interesting to have that kind of content warning, like, before the first loading screen. Okay, resume game. Let's see where it brings us. Oh, fun. It has, like, a resume mechanic. Like a last time on. I haven't seen something like that since fucking, what was it, like Pokemon Black and White had the last 3 major frames. Yes, open every time. Ah, a nightmare again? Okay. So, it did resume, but then it didn't actually save where we were, so... I look forward to that mechanic working in the future. That would be nice. Is that there's only a click forward and log button. It is not our place to correct the prince. The king will do so. And then they kill the innkeeper because he's aware. Let's see what happens with this one this time. Let's greet them. Hail, wait. Good day to you, brave travelers. We hope Eldorzet, the deity of commerce and peace, favors your journey. Where are you going? What's that one want from us? Come on, he's a very polite fellow. Does not deserve your animosity. We're simply leaving Mizorn Castell, where to reach the lands of the mother house Amhister, known for its neutrality. Okay. The capital has become dangerous recently. The watch takes bribes like no other, and we added the watch to the encyclopedia. It takes bribes like no other, and we seek safety, my son and I. I see. Azentmat, deity of nature and trees, be with you in these woods then, wayfarers. Farewell. Safe trip to you too. You see, nothing to worry about. You are not yet grasping the amount of risk you take, sir. So that might add some context to what we find in Glarix Forest. Start off on 0, obviously. Okay, yeah. Blorg. I really like the archetype of the warrior who comes from a disgraced noble house, finding value in, like, you know, the work of being a knight. And I'm not just saying this because of Hulkenberg from Metaphor, but there is a slight resemblance. So it did save certain aspects, like that used to be an option, and it kind of saved what we did, I guess? That was weird. Yeah, like these are... I still think that's the best of those 3 options. Or maybe not. I don't know. Maybe I just clicked through a little too quickly. Goberto Noaned de Pimpernel at your service, hero of the high road. I also really like the I think this is like a French Chevalier helmet aesthetic. The one where it's like, I don't see a human head fitting into this. There's a series of boss fights in Dark Souls 2, of all things, that have that aesthetic. Where's this Pimpernel? This is nothing but a bunch of small fry. Yes, yes. Okay. So maybe we just go with the... He is, like, kind of stocky by comparison, actually. We could just have him... no. They're trying to teach us the mechanics. Oh, right. Skill cards. Yeah, I know I compared it to Inscription earlier, but this is less so. Inscription is almost like a tower defense in the way that Plants vs. Zombies is a tower defense. I know that's a fucking wild comparison, but just with the way you're setting up defense in a line against an oncoming series of things that come up. This one has a little more strategy to it, which is why I made the triple triad connection, even though there is definitely a lot more depth here. Targets adjacent creature inflicts bleed. I really like the combination of using a fusion and weak spot. That seems like the way to do it. But then we can just attack this one and be done with it. Another one down. Keep your focus, sir. We're not done yet. We must ensure none of them endanger the king nor the prince. Yep. Okay, so we can chain. And then whip to just completely fuck it up. And then Elder Brother looks like it does not need an action point. So free cards are free. Now we can use Hail. So it's interesting. I think that like this was the intended thing, because Shatter does 8 damage for cards with armor, and this one only has 1 armor. So it is a massive difference. Poison Dagger. Like it might make sense to just have him stay there. Every time Hail finishes an enemy, regains 6 health. Holy shit, okay. Can I not skip the round? Oh, I have to hold it, okay. He has more armor, so it makes more sense to leave him there as opposed to letting Rolo get attacked. So far, aside from the crash, I really do like what this game's got going on. That's interesting. So I can use fallback for a free move. Okay, so I'm gonna remove 1 and then do bloodletting, which is exactly what we needed to kill it. So there we go. All paladins gain max health +1. Repair armor. Oh shit. Actually, yeah. as much as the stat increases would be good, the next fight's gonna fuck up Eliza. Words. Julio's door. Julio's door, yeah? That's what that probably sounds like. They never saw it coming, filthy mutts. And there goes the last one. Yeah, no, we're gonna let Eliza. No glory ever came from putting down wounded animals after avoiding combat. Avoiding combat? But you jest. I slayed 2 of the foul beasts that you had turned your back on, milady. Paladin. Sir Goberto, we must make haste. We cannot risk our covert journey by letting you spread the news around. It's our only duty. It's only our duty to execute you. You can swear an oath of silence, or we could bring him with us. That sounds... Maybe we can bring him along. Rolla, I will not babysit such a dim-witted individual all the way to Apur. That would also inform him of the reason of our presence here. There is no way we can bring him with us. Maybe we have to exhaust... you can swear an oath of silence is just not going to work. But I don't feel good. I mean, maybe... Yeah. It's only our duty to execute you for the sake of the royal family. What do you mean, I... Uh-oh. The poor man deserved a better... Okay. There is no time to bury him, though there might be enough time for a funeral hymn, Sir Hale. Recite, to rest his soul or to honor his sacrifice. That one seems like more, it had to be done. Compose, divine guardian of balance. May the sacrifice be the ray of the dawn, for one life goes out and thousands are saved. Compose his balance. My thanks, Sir Hale. Let's get back to the road. Let us not tarry here. We need to move. Halt. Let us stray from the path to set up camp. It will be safer. The king and his son are sleeping on the bedding. The night shall be calm. How quaint it is to finally lie down. The road is never ending and the air stifling. Sir Alphonse, I noticed while we were fighting, why don't you use your relic? I preferred not to use it. My blades are quite enough to protect His Majesty. I see, I think. Now is the time for questions, novices. We will not have such luxury tomorrow, as we must quickly depart. How did you become the prince's protector? Do you know our respective mentors well, Sir Alphonse, or why is the prince accompanying us? I think Hale's getting a little too... Roblo's not getting a lot, but this is a waste of a question. Unless we're allowed to ask all 3. Do you know our respective mentors well, Sir Alphonse? You tutored us with them, but I seldom saw you as Sir Gabriel. Or Gabrielle. Hale's mentor. Raised as he was at the Abbey of Larsem, an enigmatic paladin of few words, he inspires both respect and fear. In battle he uses Netra, a black-as-night weapon that lets him control gravity, crush his targets, and move them as he pleases. That's fucking amazing. A regret, I must admit, Hale. Your tutor was never one to strike conversation with anyone outside the order of Ancestrals. I heard he is a wise man, and I never had to worry about you. What about Yoav? Did you train him too? Rella's mentor, husband to the armorer Morgel, and father to their 6 children. Yoav wields 2 relics, a sword and the couture he once found on the legendary island of Almanac. The former is a gigantic blade that can cut through any material, and the latter can control the weight of any object. However, using 2 relics takes a heavy toll on Yohab's mental health, much more than any other paladin. Indeed, he might be the one I spent the most time with. He assisted me in overcoming a difficult part of my life. I owed it to him to ease his arrival in the Corps, even though I could not help with his personal matters. I presume that Marianne was your mentor? Eliza's mentor and the mother of Nientis Thulder. It's an umlaut, so it's Thulder. Once a peasant, she married Lord Bestial Thulder during the War of the Southlands and ruled the Thulder mother house after his death. A conspiracy led to her downfall and her replacement by Niantis as head of the family. King Neptos II then made her the first woman to join the Paladin Corps. She wields a colossal relic of Valgaros's axe, which can send up columns of magma to annihilate those who dare confront her. These are all going to be boss fights. That's amazing. No, she joined the Corps years after me, you see. We are not exactly the youngest. She already knew how to fight when she arrived, and could easily compete with the most gifted paladins. I have seen her shut down vicious mockeries with a simple glimpse of her axe, if you'll believe me. It must have been grueling to be the first woman paladin in the Corps after more than 700 years of existence. Indeed, especially after she lost all her legitimacy amongst the Mother House Fjolder. Mother House Fjolder is known for its belligerent temperament and aggressive charm to the throne of Meodred. They recently lost the War of the Southern Lands, a civil war in which they opposed King Neptos II. Fjolder Mother House is currently led with an iron fist by Niantis Fjolder. Gordon Fjolder, her weak-hearted half-brother and husband, is her favorite scapegoat. Their motto is death before weakness, and their relic is the Helm of Valgros. I'm getting a little bit of a Three Houses vibe. Okay, so we do get to ask. Sir Alphonse, how did you become the prince's protector? Could you enlighten us on how you came to defend and tutor the Prince, Sir Alphonse? Well, where to begin? The no-armored heir apparent of Meodred, son of King Neptos II and Queen Meredith. Younger brother to Galanor Neptos and older brother to Galahad Neptos. Rumor had it that he is an illegitimate child, therefore not of royal blood. Our young prince's older brother was born. The king was ecstatic. He cared only for this child, and the one that was declared true heir of the great realm of Meodred. Nevertheless, Queen Meredith was pregnant again. The king could not care less about the news nor the child. She married Neptos II after the death of the previous queen, who was also her sister. There's a lot of medievalisms happening here. Mother of Noarmid. How the fuck do you pronounce that? I know there's a weird mix here, because that's definitely Galahad. Of your Britannian and French medieval inspirations here, but damn. No armored. Or no armored, I guess. Close friend to Furler Pangloss. These are some names, man. She decided finally to find him a royal tutor on the sound advice of the Order of Ancestrals. I was the one chosen for such a task. My place as mentor of the Paladin Corps made me an excellent teacher for His Majesty. The choice feels odd nowadays. I see. Why is the prince accompanying us? It won't be easy to carry out our quest with a kid in our hair. I have to admit, it surprised me too, but the king must have his reasons. As he does for bringing the regalia with him. The king has brought the scepter with him, I did not notice. As well as Maelstrom, the sword gifted by House Thulder. I noticed he put his hand over the scepter several times despite his secrecy. Enough blabber, paladins, you all need sleep. We have a lot of distance to cover tomorrow. We shall arrive in the village of Orpur by dusk. We will need to tread carefully there. The trees will not be able to cover us anymore. I will take first watch. Yes, sir. Ooh, get the levels ups. And our armor is refilled, which means I wasted a thing. Oh, it's automatic. Interesting. Here's the selectable bits. It's a little direct. You've just unlocked a skill with the starter modifier. This skill tree and in the skill tree and inventory, in addition to free and reserve modifiers, some cards can have this modifier. Starter cards are automatically drawn during the first round of play. In addition, the skill cards are in addition to the skill cards normally drawn. So you always have the start the battle with them. Okay. Okay, these are. So these were choices. Recover 6 armor would have been really good. Roll on the target ally, gain +2. That's a solid one. That's a good utility, though. Alright, let's actually take a look through what we got. Immediately grants 1 action point to an ally, but it costs an action point, so that should... Eliza deals 3 damage in front of her and then moves back 1 tile. That's like a fancy kind of move. Transfusion applies 6 drain to the adjacent enemy. That, if that works the way that I think it does, removes 1 point of health per drain from the target and restores the same amount to the caster. That's pretty good, actually. It goes with their blood aesthetic too. Alright, so for our priest, all allies gain +1 draw. Hail deals 5 damage to adjacent target and places burned on the target cell. Applying burn to the target cell on the tile applies burn to the target on the tile at the end of the turn. Gains 9 armor. Tough to say, tough to say. I like the follow-up for this one, so I'm gonna prioritize that. I really dig what this game's got going on. The small grimy fishing village of Orpur is only famous for its hake. What could King Neptos possibly have to do here? On your feet, paladins. We have a lot of distance to cover to get to Orpur. Waking up already. I couldn't sleep. I think I heard some wolves. Get up, son. The fate of our realm shall not wait. Okay. It does have the branching paths that some other... Let's go with the stone arch. There's definitely not Griffith there. Look, a group of Beakus. Priests of the people. Beakus spread words of the deities among the population. Beaku what? So Rollo, have you truly never met any Beakus? They are nomadic members of the Order of the Ancestrals. We should go greet them. We're in a hurry, Hale. Let's keep our journey secret. Tradition compels us to give them supplies in exchange for their prayers. Our fair Kopej would like this gesture, especially after taking so many lives in the last few days. So it seems like the balance prayer was either more resonant with His Majesty or the correct choice. Greet a Biku. Hello, Biku. We would like to offer you some supplies for your journey. May Azantmat, Warden of the Woods, bless you in this place. We shall pray for you and your fellowship. Who are your friends? We are a group of paladins. Who hail? Oh, paladins, may Esentmat protect you, bearer of the divine relics. We shall pray for you. You bring safety to the lands, for what we are grateful. Farewell. We're very lucky she did not ask more questions, Sir Hale. I'm sorry, I thought it was the right thing to do. Shrubbery. Encounter. It would make sense to ignore all the encounters, but why would we do that? Queen Vermessa, may your light guide us forevermore. Thanks, Hale. I heard this prayer many times, and it still inspires. What was that? That was close, we should check it. Nothing. There are signs of a struggle, however. We are too late. Indeed. I hope nothing too bad happens. Let us keep moving. That does not bode well. After a short journey, our heroes arrive to Arpur. Here it is, fishing village of Arpur. The alderman's house must be close. Alderman of Herzard. Alderman of Arpur village. King Neptos II pays him a visit during a secret journey. I see a large one further on. This must be it. Let us get moving. It is starting to rain, and I do not wish to get wet. Or stand outside, because I'm a king, blah blah blah. I also like how, depending on your destination, each of your heroes has something to say. That'll probably play a greater role later on, when we're choosing paths. Oh, yes, what is it you need? Alderman, you know who we escort and why we do so? Open up. Oh, yes, of course. Come in. We just added some wood to the fire. Must be drenched, what with all the rain. You have my gratitude, Master Erzart, for your warm welcome. There's something going on with him. Oh, your majesty, can it be? The king, his majesty, the king in my house. Our time is limited. The sooner we can get this matter behind us, the better. Oh yes, come, what you need is mine back room. Paladins wait here. It shall not take long. My lord, I cannot let you... That is an order, Paladin. I insist it must... Sir, must I remind you your role, your oath, to you, of all Paladins? No, my lord. Good. Your Majesty, follow me. Sir Alphonse stirs the flames in the hearth with a great melancholy. See, like, exit the house would not occur to me. Oop. I clicked one of them. Yep. Secure the house. I concur, Rolo. This is something truly odd about this hamlet. It is strange for our streets to be so devoid of people, even when the hour is dark. It would be unwise to stray from the King Paladins. I do share your concern. You need to stay here. Let's make the bad choice. Sir Alphonse is right. It might be better for us to stay close to the king. Let the house get totally rolled up on. But we at least considered it. Sir, I cannot understand why the prince is accompanying us. I must admit, me neither. His Majesty has been keeping his youngest son too close to him for the last few days. That is not like him. He usually lets his brother, the great Prince Carve, spoil and cater to him. Junior brother of Neptos II, uncle of Galenor, Normand and Galahad Neptos. Close to the Great Mooring and Grand Council of the Order of Ancestrals. Were Prince Galahad to succeed his father, Carve would assume the regency until Galahad came of age. It must be tough to raise a child. It is much more tiresome than mentoring paladins, if that is your question. I can only imagine, especially since he is not your son. I had a son once. How did he die? Paladin. Forgive me. I was raised in Lartsum Abbey, but never learned the ways of the world. Sir, you seem lost in your thoughts. Oh, the child. I wish he could find the love he needs with his father and mother. Such a young child needs more care from his parents. They don't realize how lucky they are. You seem to care a lot about the prince, sir. He's lucky to have you. Thank you, novice. Your words are truly... Ah! What was that? The king! Kiltor, I should not have left him alone. The back room door, it's locked. Sir Rollo, break that door down. Lemmy, careful. What's... No. It's almost like we should have secured the perimeter or something. Byrus, holies, paladins. No time to lose. Catch the assassin. She got away through the window. I'll take care of the king and the prince. Hail, Eliza, through here. And Kenward. Lanterns, take care of them. Careful, paladins. Yeah, that was a big old stab. I tried to do the smart thing, but... Adjust your deck before combat. Before starting a battle, you can swap positions of your paladins. Click on the first paladin, and then click to the paladin you wish to swap with. You can open your inventory and view your paladin skill cards. Change paladins, clicking on yada yada. Oh, this game is meant to be played with the controller, huh? Are the new cards, I guess they're, yeah, they're automatically added. I'm gonna switch those two. But yeah, I really dig this one. This is pretty good. Ambush. Yeah, let's do free move. Let's apply bleed. Or no, that does extra damage if it has bleed. And then transfusion. Because there's no point in not using it. Right, he only has 2. Shit, okay. Heal deals places burned on the target's cell. Poison dagger. I suppose I can swap with Rollo. No reason not to. Oof. And also immobilized him. Damn, that's crazy. Wow, they're all going for her. What the hell? Oh. Okay. That's how dodge works. Got it. Do I still... I don't have any actions with him. Hail removes all effects suffered by a target ally, both positive and... Yeah, she doesn't have any positives. So that killed the 3 stacks of poison. That was the correct way to go about that. So Shatter wouldn't be great. Retribution, and then I'm thinking maybe give heals to Eliza. Yeah, because that did not even fully heal her. Well, it's only the line and herself move. But it didn't affect him because he's okay. I only killed one of those two. Dude. Oh. He's mobilized, but it won't end the thing because I have a free thing I can use. That's stupid. Oh, shit. Oh, very not good. Okay. So, self-heal, for sure. We'll have him with... Shit, okay. And I can't move because I have immobilize. Fuck. Damn, that was a really ineffective round. Holy. Mean as hell on that one. That's crazy. Okay, so I can Elder Brother to free swap there. And then, what do I have with... Cured Poison. Shatter and Retribution. I think Retribution should be helpful. And what else does Rollo have going on? We'll use that on our priest on the off chance he gains some healing. And we'll give him untouchable because he can't really do much else right now. We'll use Drain, and then we'll do Bloodletting, which should be enough to kill. If HP carries... Or no, we're on Soldier difficulty, so we do gain some healing back. Cancels the next attack, no effect of the character can't move. Repairs all paladins' armor by 8. Increase paladins' max armor by 3. That's a paladin. Yeah, let's go for the temporary fixes, because the next fight's gonna be a bitch, I'm assuming. By Ozdu's shadows, she flees towards the piers. Paladins on the double. Pursuit, do not lose sight of the enemy. Oh my god, it has a fucking chase sequence. There's a TTRPG dev who fucking went to town with this, huh? During a pursuit phase, you must catch up with your opponent within a limited time. Inspect quickly the various locations presented by hovering over the cards to find your enemy's one. then run to its direction by clicking on the card. Be careful, decoys are hidden under certain cards, and any mistake will cost you precious seconds. So this is one where being on mouse and keyboard actually does kind of help a little bit, huh? Kenware, the Kingslayer. I dig this aesthetic, honestly. Like, you're cloaked but still fully armored knight, and the idea of having a it's essentially a Kusarigama, a fucking extended blade on a chain. But much more Western, obviously. Let's swap these two, actually. Yeah. He has more range, but, like, I don't know, Hale took a fucking beating that last fight. We have the assassin. Don't let her escape, paladins. May Esoter's will be done, the almighty god of all deities, lord of the winds and seas. Not waste movement or action points on movement. We'll do a fusion, which will apply bleed, and then we can do weak spot to do more damage because it gives vulnerability. Okay, and oh, you still have an action. Interesting. Poison dagger? That's only... okay, shatter would have been pretty useful. Yeah, we may as well use it, right? And then... yeah, that was our last point. We could have encouraged, but holy shit. And they've got a whole bunch of movement kit. That's... okay. I see it. The Ancestrals guide my blade. She ain't fooling around. Gotta give it all to take her down. Now use the ancestral sides of your skill cards. They trigger devastating effects capable of turning the tide of battle. To activate a card's ancestral face, first click on it to select it, then click the description ancestral face or press on a controller. After using the ancestral side of a skill card, it is banned for the rest of combat and does not join the discard pile, can no longer be drawn. Playing an ancestral face raises the ancestral influence gauge of the corresponding paladin, but this gauge is permanent but can be cleared at other times during the adventure. Interesting. Okay, we'll have Hale act first. Oh shit, that blinded Rollo. Fuck. That was stupid. I'm gonna do that, because we all have bleed, but he was also blinded. Because I'm dumb. Do Revitalizing Light. That's all my actions for Hell, but I have Elder Brother with Rollo. But now I can... Let's do some debuffs. Chain and, yeah, Vulnerable might be better than Untouchable. It's just a fancier way to move that way, huh? So, the blinded did nothing. Amazing. Ooh, I could illusion. There we go. Get Eliza within stabbing range. Ancestral Grace for weak spot. My wrath is about to drown you in blood. Nice. Now we've got Rolo. Chain. And then we could also friendship for better chance of healing. Could I retribute? No, it has to be on oh wait, no, I can encourage as a free, or not a free action, but as a cardless action. Oh boy. I thought she was gonna move again. Shit. Okay, let's have her... Bleed. Bleed. What do I have? I can free swap eldest brother. Is that only adjacent? It's adjacent. Shit, okay. Put a level of untouchable on him. And then we can go to Hail, and Hail can... Because she doesn't have any positives left, so we can just get rid of the bleeding. Revitalizing Light. And I can do a little bit of poison daggery damage from over here. She's got range, so I don't know if there's a... Let's get her out of a direct line. I guess. Yikes. Okay, she's got a lot of tech. I'm just gonna do this. Fuck it. Fight's almost over. Ancestral Grace. I can feel the power taking over me. Dead. Okay, Bless gives each paladin benediction. Next ancestral skill does not increase ancestral influence. Is ancestral influence a bad thing? Paladins heal 8 health and 5 armor. That would probably... Is it bad that the gods have more sway over us? We'll find out. Ancestrals, your will is done. You, why did you kill the king? What did you get from it? My part is done. She's dying. I do not think we'll be able to get any information from her. Now I can join the Anzu. Or the Enzo. The Enzo is the deity of death. That's all it has to say. Okay. So be it. You did not deserve a death so swift, assassin. I wonder what could make her commit such a heinous crime. I'm worrying about something else right now. The murderer had a relic. How? I thought only the royal family and paladins were authorized to carry one. Members of the mother houses too, and some nobles from minor houses. You are right, however. The fact that a simple cutthroat like her was using an illegal relic is strange and worrying. All divine relics are linked to Azurder's crown. The king must wear it to feel when a relic is used anywhere. The king left it at the palace as a precaution. We should requisition this relic and get it back to the king. We might be able to do something. Sir Alphonse, what happened? How does the king fare? Apologies, paladins, but Neptos II, son of Eclosium I, king and lord protector of the great realm of Meodred, has died today. Were you able to apprehend the assassin? Yes, she died. What about the prince? With the alderman's wife, I kept them away. But his highness is inconsolable. He knows what happened. What kind of dagger are you holding, sir? I do not know. His Majesty had it, yet I have never witnessed such a weapon. Could you show it to me? Let me in. What's happening? You're in my house. No, ma'am, you can't. Oh, All-Father, waves take me, husband. Father! We are sorry. Prince, come to... What have you done? What have you done to my husband and the king, you paladin monsters? We did not do it. You still got that murder weapon in your hands. Divines, there's the dagger of my husband. You stole it. The dagger's a gift, a reward for his piety. Cursed ye be. Madam, you are losing your mind. Do not start imagining things. You serve the Anzu with too much zeal. Where's she going? Probably to get help. I do not like this. Get the regalia, the scepter, and the blade, and let us flee. Unfortunately, we cannot prepare the remains of our king. We have to leave the body here. This is bad. We need to leave the village. Understood, sir. Where are we going? Why is the lady so angry with us? Probably because the Petition of Right uprising a few years ago. The Petition of Right uprising a few years ago. The Corps was overzealous. Our people are still scarred by the massacre. Halt, paladins! Yeah, halt. Azur, have mercy. We have to leave, citizens. Let us pass. Think we'll let you go on your merry way when you stabbed our alderman? Yeah, good fellow he was, hers art. Might be wiser to flee. Ask Alphonse for advice. The people must show deference. Or the people must show deference. Rolla's gonna fucking kill someone. Certain situations, if a paladin's ancestral influence gauge exceeds a certain threshold, he may lose his temper and deliver an influenced reply. Influenced replies can significantly change the course of the story. All of the more so if the ancestral influence gauge is high. When an influenced reply is avoided because of a paladin's ancestral gauge is low enough, a notification is displayed to indicate that the paladin has maintained his composure. Okay, Rolla kept his composure, grows closer to Madrid's nobility, cannot meet the nobility inspection. Huh. Is that in the log? It is not in the log. These threats against the deference you owe us. Know your place. Our place. We'll skin you alive, that's what's gonna happen. For hers art. Oh, hey Autumn. Good to see you. We're playing some demos. This is Crown Gambit. Oh, these are a bunch of civilians we're about to murder. That's not great. Yeah, we don't else have anything else going on. We'll make you pay for what you did. On God. This doesn't feel good to do. I'm doing alright. I'm doing alright. This is an interesting demo. Woke up pretty late today, if I'm being honest, so I'm in a weird headspace, but glad to be checking some stuff out. Oh. Okay, this is bad. You bunch of bloody butchers. Come everyone, let's kill them. There's still more of them? Howling Deep seems pretty okay. We are pushing the God affinity a little further. It's time to put in the ground those who stand before us. So he gets a free swap, so we'll switch over to Eliza, and then she is going to... I feel like that should be enough to murder this dude. We'll have them swap. Elder brother. Oh, adjacent, right. That's me being stupid. However, I think Eliza has... Strategic retreat... which was not particularly a great choice, actually. That was not good. Alright, let's see if Hale can do anything. Who's got 5 or less? No one. He's gonna bleed out. That's good. Okay, I've been watching SCP lately, but school's been going well. That's good to hear. Also watch DMC playthroughs, so that's been interesting. New fan of being. Are you like DMC OG, or are you like watching 3, 4, 2, 5? Democrat's very fun, very good time. Okay, he bled out. Shaken only lasted a turn, so that's not great. Got through them all. The second one was I mean, yeah, that's as much as Beyond stands it. Devil May Cry 2 is the weakest of the three of the games. This would help actually, and then we can do Illumination to blind him as well, and then we can swap with Lisa. Love 3 and Nero and Kyria are so cute. I wish there was more. Yeah. I mean, you got a little bit more of like a hint of a little bit more in 5, but not a crazy lot. I wish there was more. Shame about the anime. The anime was unfortunately kind of garbage and like weirdly political. I can get them bleed, and then weak spot them. There we go. I was a big fan of 3. I had a weird DMC experience because I started with 4, which is also kind of just a little meh in retrospect, but it was alright. It was alright. There's still redeemable and good parts of 4. The gameplay was, you know, it's pretty solid still. I wonder if there's just like a turn limit to this, because like I feel like murdering a bunch of civilians is just not great. We'll inflict bleed there, and I also have bloodletting. He'll probably be dead. Can't really do much with her right now. The second season trailers I'm happy about Dante, but Virgil seems very un-Virgil. Yeah, I mean, there was the OG anime, which came out like, what, 2012, 13, something? And then there was the recent Netflix thing, which was done by, what's his name? The guy who was behind the Castlevania anime as well, but like he had this interview where it turned out like he was super disappointed because he wasn't the guy who brought Devil May Cry back. Which aside from being dumb and really like grossly like selfish, because he wanted to be like the savior of the series, and then 5 came out and like he's like, oh, I'm not the one who made this a thing again. He also made the choice to have it just be kind of weirdly like politically representative of a kind of like weird as shit take. It's I don't know, it was a little much. It's a shame that none of the Devil May Cry anime have been good. is a real like pointed way to say it. Let's poison this guy because he seems to have distance and the ability to knock him out, and I guess we can just purge. We can purge bleeding from Lisa. And we can have her fall back too. Oh, I still have an attack. Cool. Stab. I feel like it's appropriate that Roll is getting beat up on, because he started this. Castlevania is still a little off by the 3rd season, but with the assassins, but I enjoyed the trio's dynamic. I only watched the 1st season, and I kind of want to go back to rewatch it, even though I have heard like some fairly Like, it's just generally, like, negative past the first season. Restore. Okay, let's heal. We'll do Retribution. And then I got a point left for Poison Dagger, which I feel like killing this guy is a priority. Like, aesthetically, I was all for it, but fucking, just some really weird creative choices. Oh, I could just drain him for all he has. Yeah, there we go. I'm not going to use Strategic Retreat, because that would put my healer into the fire. Let's see, do we have free movement? Oh, we do not. Okay. I could just shoulder charge him. And then I think moving back one's probably a good idea. Okay, I've strategically put myself in a place that I will continue to put one of my allies into a firing space if I use that. I've been getting into DC Comics a little bit lately, so I'm kind of rambling. No, it's all good. Ramble on. To you know, quote Zeppelin. What have you been getting into in DC lately? Because I've been trying to get back into comics, but just, you know, the general malaise of the infinite list of things to do. Alright, so bleed him, and then we do a bloodletting for more damage as we bleed. What do we got going on here? We got hail. Hail removes negative effects. I feel like moving him forward, and then moving him forward again, and then maybe just encouraging Rollo when he moves up. Courage. And Rollo has one option for damaging. And he didn't actually have to move up for it, so that was kind of dumb on my end. He's got bleed, he's dead next turn. Let's have him move back, just in case. All the Robin stuff really interesting to me. No ad prison. Oh, I'm sorry. we will continue that in a bit. Let's. Oh, we can just have her kill him. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay, so each paladin gives benediction, does not increase ancestral influence. So Rollo is pretty up there. Or no, they're all pretty up there. Is it a universal gauge? Like, we're rolling with so little armor, but this is just health. I guess just upping max armor would be the way to go. Now you understand the cost of standing in the way of the Paladin Corps. So much death. The protection of the prince is paramount, Hale. Their hate was too much. Even if time had been on our side, it would have been impossible to convince them. I'd love to share your certainties, sir. Let's get back to Glorix Forest to safety. We need to talk. The situation is dire. We should be safe now. Paladins. The king is dead, and we are responsible for his safety. As paladins, our honor code demands that such a failure be punished by death. What? You can't die. I'm going to die too? Of course not, my young prince. But you can help us. Our duty compels us to bring the regalia of the royal palace to Fort Giant, so a new king can be crowned. If we are to carry out this quest, the prince was to plead for us, perhaps we may be pardoned. We also need to learn how anyone could be aware of our whereabouts. Our regicide was no rookie. She was experienced and well-informed. There had to be a leak. If we find the source, we could have another defense to plead for our life before the realm. I do not want you to pay for my mistakes, Paladins, and you can still enjoy your better years. Hey, you, better believe they'll pay. Who goes there? 'Tis only I. But I may be something, or maybe not. Who knoweth? Who are you? A bard. Only a simple... Added question mark, question mark. A simple minstrel, singer, instrumentalist, composer, dancer, even high roller, might I add, collector and tale-teller, a buffoon and a clown to boot. And sometimes I adorn a fortune-teller's shawl. Leave now, my sword still thirsts. Oh, forever lashing, harrowing, heart-rending Elisa. How dost thou know my name? There isn't a question, sweet paladin. The better one is this. What is on thy belt? The dagger, the one we found inside our king's lifeless remains? Not any dagger, paladin. This one here could surely destroy all the evil in the world, shattering those objects of power that you keep in your heart. Alack, power can often be a source of woe. You poor souls already understand that better than anyone. Are you insinuating it could vanquish relics? How? But I hope you make a wise use of it. Whatever your destination may be, how pleasing a spectacle we shall see. Wait, how? He vanished, destroying relics. The very idea feels heretical. The Divine's relics are sacred artifacts. Freedom, okay. So what stuff are you reading for the Robin stuff? Because I'm vaguely, like, I'm trying to get back into reading comics more consistently, but I have not. Doesn't look all that powerful, methinks. That bard's words are intriguing, I must admit. That would be sacrilege. It would bring down upon the wrath of Azertor. Your fears are legitimate, Hale. However, I wonder if that dagger had anything to do with the king's coming to Oripur. Or if it can destroy relics, then it's likely that it has come here for it. That he has come here for it. Let's make sure of that. New relic, the Scorpion. Purge the hero's ancestral influence and trigger a battle. Why would we destroy the murder weapon? That proves that we just we were not the killer. And our connection to the god thing was reset by that. That was interesting. Oh, you've destroyed a relic, clearing the ancestral influence gauge of all your paladins. But the destruction of this relic has unleashed an abomination that you must now face, and it looks tough. Be careful, because when you fill the ancestral influence gauge to its maximum, your paladins fall under control of the ancestral hold. Your paladin's ancestral influence can never fall below their ancestral hold level. However, you will be given a few opportunities to lower this value over the course of your adventure. Okay, interesting. Hello, Zador. Did you see what came out of the relic? It is we. May Azertor protect us. We should not have trusted the bard. This is just true. Never trust the bard. It's always a bad idea. Revitalizing Light, because Rollo still has a little bit of damage from last thing. And Poison Dagger from any position. And we'll swap to something else. So we inflict bleed. And now that we have inflicted bleed, we can inflict bloodletting. And we go for another standard stab. Rollo. Thing moving, and then applying vulnerability would be a good idea. Like Joker torturing him is like, I knew the Joker was bad, obviously, but oh yeah, no, fucking Killing Joke in particular was like a really great depiction of just how much of a fucking monster the Joker was, or can be. Applies 6 drain. And then we can just do another stab. What do we got? We got... Let's do Illusion to swap out with her. And then we'll do Retribution. And I guess we can just follow it up with Shatter. Just DPS raise. But it was like he was torturing for years, holding hope for Bruce could come get him, but never came because Batman thought Joker killed him. Which is stupid because it's the Joker, dude. You should go see it for yourself. Like Jason's crash, I was understandable. Yeah. I gotta reread a lot of stuff. I'm realizing how much I don't remember. Let's do Shaken. And just a regular attack, I guess. Let's end around. It's from the Arkham Knight game. Oh, you know what? I never played the third one. I played Arkham. Played the first one in Arkham City. I never went back for Arkham Knight. Which I probably should have, honestly, but yeah. Moves to an interesting tile. Weak spot. And I could just do a regular stab. A regular stab could end this fucking fight. I like how the tutorial's like, you're probably gonna have to use that god shit, and I'm like, nah, regular attacks. All the characters are like doomed. I'm noticing a pattern. Yeah, that's DC writing. that tracks. Maximum health by 2. Repairs our armor. Let's increase our health. Oh wait, it's there's a single paladin. Yeah, fuck it, actually. Let's give our bleeder a little more blood. Gosh, what was that thing? I do not know. It might be a manifestation of power imbued in the relic. Have we killed one of the ancestrals? Eliza, do not say such things, please. There must be an explanation. If those are ancestrals, then all the statues are wrong. We have more urgent matters. The king's death shall soon be known to all of the realm. We must hurry before it reaches the capital. It will plunge our realm into turmoil. What do you mean? The king's succession was already a very divisive question. Yes, a real abundance of problems shall come with it. Please enlighten me. I do not understand. Everything points to Noamrid, the firstborn son of the royal family, being crowned. Yeah, he was the parent of Meodred, son of King Neptos II and Queen Meredith, younger brother to Galinar Neptos, and older brother to Galahad Neptos. Rumor has it he is an illegitimate child. Many nobles of court, the regal court, believe him to be Queen Meredith's bastard son. Many do not acknowledge his lineage. They will judge him unfit to wear the crown. And with Noamard ousted from the throne, it would fall to His Highness here to be crowned to the new king of the great realm of Meodred. Me, the king? But I'm not ready yet. Your uncle Carve shall assume regency. I would stake my life that he awaits such news with anticipation. I also finished watching playthroughs of Resident Evil. The fandom is kind of wonky. Yeah, the Resident Evil fandom is, they're a lot. I enjoy the games, and I have since I first played, again, this is like a weird entry thing. RE4 continues to be my favorite game in the series because it was my first, and it was the first game that I played on the GameCube. And then I went back and I played RE Remake and 2 and 3. So, like, I understand people who started with, like, 1, 2, or 2 and 3, really, or 1, 2, and 3, to, like, put those on a pedestal, but 4 redefined what Resident Evil was, for better and worse, because people were trying to replicate 4 when they made 5 and 6, and some people, like, retroactively think 5 is not that bad. I never liked it, mostly because it's, I don't know, the active, fucking attaché, it was never a good thing in my eyes. Like, that was one thing about 4, is that you could be strategic about what you have equipped. Anyway, only the great Moring's faith overshadowed his. Supreme leader of the Order of Ancestrals, close to his Grand Counselor, Carve Neptos. As circumstances of his birth are unknown, many believe him to be an envoy of the Ancestrals. Sounds like a damned mess, all those people. Keep discussing the consequences of the king's assassination. Speak of the creature from the relic. Stay empathetic with the team. Mention the strange bard. Hopefully we get to do more of these. We gotta talk about that thing. What kind of horror came out of that relic? How could the blessing of Arzator, Allfather, give birth to such a monstrosity? I cannot wrap my head around it either, Hale, and I cannot say I like that. Something else tugs at me. My mind, it feels clearer now that we destroyed it. Did you feel it too? Yes, I thought that was just me. I remember from when I killed Yozmung without my with my anchor. Yozmung, an abominable sea creature with jaws bristle with sharp fangs and poisonous tentacles. Craving fresh meat, it could burst out of the depths at any time to devour the crew and passengers of unlucky ships. The Yozmung was finally killed by Rollo during a sea voyage when it attacked his ship and tried to eat Princess Eleanor Neptos. I felt the same thing. The three of us. Could it be Arzator approving our actions? I hope it is. I feel bad for Leon, like, he's attractive. Every time I see him, I feel sad. Yeah, Resident Evil's in a fun, extra-dimensional space where sex doesn't exist. At least for its protagonists. So you see, action hot man go through his life of, like, oh, I'm a 19-year-old super soldier who decides to become a cop in the city that has the most insane police department on the planet, and then a whole bunch of zombies that get nuked on literally his first day. And then he goes on to work for Homeland Security and has to go save the president's daughter from weirdness. And then comes back home for Resident Evil 5 and 6, where it turns out the president was also not great, and then died. And then if you look at the fucking Resident Evil movies as canon, which I don't, holy shit. Are they just mean to Leon? Becomes like a horrendous alcoholic, it's bad. In any case, we must learn more about that subject. Mention the strange bard. We need to talk about that mask guy. How'd he get here? How'd he know the dagger? What's going on? A mystery, I'm afraid. Maybe another relic bearer? Could have seen through walls or something like that? I don't know, Roland. I'm as clueless as you are. I noticed a strange glimmer in the mask's right eye. I'm pretty sure it's just a nut job spying on us. Maybe. Keep discussing. We have to correctly assess all the conflicts the king's death will create in the Great Realm. Galahad, No Armored, and Carve are not the only ones in the race. Glenor and Havrok also are heirs of our king. The Princess of Madrid, daughter of the King Neptos II and Queen Meredith, elder sister of Noamard and the Galahad Neptos. Although women do not have a right to claim the throne, according to Madrid's laws, many nobles consider her to be a more legitimate heiress than Prince Noamard. Havrok, is he not a bastard? eldest but illegitimate son of King Neptos, whom he despises, and eldest but illegitimate son of King Neptos II, whom he despises, and of a serving girl. Half-brother to Galenor, Noamard, and Galahad Neptos during the War of the Southern Lands. Havrok was 15 years old. His father sent him to the front lines. He never returned to court since and roamed the kingdom instead. His father recently betrothed him to Celeste Ilios without his consent. Poor bastard. Yeah, I saw clips from the Death Island movie, but I haven't seen. Man, he looked rough. Yeah, that was not a great movie for anybody. He could try to legitimize his claim to the crown, especially since part of the people like him, as the rumors would say. See, what about Galenor? Women cannot inherit according to our laws, and they could not become paladins in theory. Galenor is the father of the nobility. Many would support her, I reckon. Does that mean they're devoting themselves to her as much as they do Vermesa? First queen and legendary founder of the Grand Kingdom of Madrid, who united with the various lands that it comprises, ancestor of the royal family. Hell, they'll make Galenor a saint if that gets them what they want. I'm pretty sure she's got the smarts to be a queen. The charisma, too. This is all too complex. Indeed it is, paladins. Galenor. Yeah, because his claim to fame was protecting her from a sea monster. Stay empathetic with the team. We have a lot to process in just one day. Getting the rest we need will be difficult. Took the words right out of my mouth, Hale. Keep your composure, paladins. Keeping your cool in any situation is a paladin's duty. The path to the palace and the Prince and Regalia will be arduous, I can assure you. Sir Alphonse is not great at comforting. Aye, he isn't. But he's right. The coming days will be real tough. I trust this group. We can overcome anything. These days seem not so overwhelming when we face them together. It's good to hear, Hale. Our journey to Fort Giant shall be smooth. Novices, that I can guarantee. Will not be smooth. We should rest before undertaking the journey to the capital tomorrow. We need to outrun the news of the king's assassination. The news shall have a harder time reaching Mayerzon Castel now that most people in Orapur are dead. Sarah Lisa, take first watch. Yes, sir. I need to get back to reading before bed. I've been so sleepy. I usually just fall asleep. My books are piling up. Yeah, so I took on a really kind of fucked up schedule so that I can continue not only to go to class, but also stream more regularly than one day a week. Which I did not do this week, that's on me. But, level ups. It's been kind of tough. Like, I've been staying out, so I've been working a graveyard shift, which is 12 a.m. to 6 a.m. And then usually waking up around 1 or 2. Today I woke up at 4. And I didn't even really work today, so that was something. I got work at noon tomorrow. That's the real kicker. Ooh, 12 damage to every character on a line, then applies swirl on each tile. This line cannot over the line. That sounds really good. 6 damage to a target 2 tiles away, pulls it 1 tile closer. That seems useful. Recover 6 armor. Do I form a line, or do I do the big grabs? Let's do that one. Removes all of her bleed, then gains 3 armor for each bleed removed. Oh man, that would make our heal bleeding card really good. 3 damage and moves back. Immediately gains 1 action point, or grants 1 action point to an ally. This is good. The deck needs that. And then Hail can add 10 damage to a character on the targeted adjacent tile at the start of the next round. The turn ends immediately. Okay, this is a final strike. Is there anything that prioritizes healing? Okay, that's just a seek no evil. That's interesting. Let's do Delayed Strike, just because fuck it. The school been good so far? I've easy class this semester. This month has been pretty alright. I've gotten through it. There was a lot of reading. Like, first week was like 150 pages of fucking reading. But, it's been a little bit of catch up then. But the actual work itself has been not super tedious, but it's not, like, there's not a lot of it. I may or may not have produced a collection of short stories that is available to purchase through various means literally yesterday as a result of this class, so that was fun. We must continue our journey, paladins. Neither the prince nor I can be discovered. There's far too much at stake. You'll have to rely on yourselves to get us to the palace now. Stealth has to be our priority. Time is our priority, Hale. Do not think you are fully aware of the stakes. News of the king's death will spread like wildfire. We need to take a shorter path straight ahead. Might get stuck by ambushes like when we first came through. There's a hamlet further down the road along the wood's edge. We'll be safer. Remember, we are accompanying the young prince. If we delve deep in the forest, we'll be able to find more discreet paths, friends. Azenmoth's favor be with us. The divinity of life will provide, I know it. I will ensure the prince stays safe, but if we encounter any hostile, I expect you to take care of it. Understood, sir. We need something to conceal the prince's face. I do have a veil of the Lartsome Abbey. We could cover his face with it. Thank you, novice, that should do. Put this on, your highness. I'm choking under this rag. I want to go home. Your safety must be ensured, your highness. Hale can meet the order, the ancestral's expectations. That's interesting. This way will slow us down, and is dangerous, but it will hide us. We were already attacked on this path, so that's something. And then, detour will be substantial, be safer at the shacks nearby. We gotta go for speed. And I don't mind the fight. Confrontation. Sometimes during voyages you will find yourself face to face with some enemies. 3 choices then presented to you. Frighten, attack, or flee. If you choose Frighten, your enemies will be immediately vanquished, but the ancestral influence of all your paladins will be raised by 1. Choosing Attack will start a battle with your paladins, where your paladins have the initiative and therefore have an additional action point for their first turn. Fleeing starts an escape. Escapes are similar phases to the pursuit, but being during which you will try to flee from enemies chasing you. Similarly to pursuits, inspect various locations, present hovering over the cards, clear the path. Be careful, as running into one of your pursuers immediately loses you the escape. If you fail the escape, combat during which your pursuers have the initiative starts. 3 Talbot, kind of, but what's going on with these guys? Who are they? Now my head should take a nap, get some water, because that will always help with a headache. Maintaining hydration, and very important. I will finish off my coffee to prove that point. Yeah, take it easy. Instantly defeats enemies, but gods. Let's do the chase scene, because that's a fun mechanic. And these guys don't look like plot problematic. Failure! Great. I was not paying attention to the clock. Alright, well. Who are these guys and what do they want? So I can use now adjacent, right? Oh, that's a lot more damage than I thought he would do. I'll move up and then do Anchor Throw to bring this guy in, but it kills him anyway, so it's fine. Fall back for 3. Weak spot him. And then a standard attack. I realize that this has actually been taking up a fair amount of time. I was hoping we can get through a couple more, but I really enjoy this game actually. Like, this might be a follow-up purchase. We set him on fire. And then delayed strike. Oh, that strike doesn't go through until the end of the turn. Of their turn. That's interesting. That's crazy. Gonna go read and go to bed. Have fun playing. Thanks, Adam. Thank you for hanging out. Ooh, healer. I guess the only option is to increase on max health. Rollo needs to be more of a tank, so we'll up his HP. Alright, waterfall. Encounter with dog. Let's talk to dog. Look, a pack of stray dogs. They look completely rabid, more than usual. We should put them down. Let the metal of our weapons crash for the bones of these hideous mongrels. It's not nice to let the dogs be rabid. They're not having a good time. Can't go in diagonals, that's the tragic misstep with that, unfortunately. Move him up, that way I can do illumination without blinding my allies. Poison dagger, and then we're gonna delayed strike, because I doubt the dog's gonna move. What does blinded actually do? Because that didn't stop him from attacking us. So I can do illusion and then retribution. Oh, he's immobilized. I can't do anything. That sucks. She's also immobilized. That's less than great. Yikes, okay. When was the last time we drew the heal card? Because that needs to happen again. Okay, there we go. Bless would actually, for this one, actually be pretty good. Enforce max armor, because why not? They're gonna fuck ton of damage anyway. These dogs are definitely strange. Azenmont will be grateful for ridding the forest of them. Grove, an unknown location. It smells like burning. The kid's right. Help! Who's this? Aid me. 4 men, 3 dressed in black, 1 that's real bedazzled. Anything else? An empty cart, knocked on its side, 1 wheel is destroyed. Probably a merchant, fallen prey to ambush. What's this about a bush? We have to assist him. One of the assailants is pressing a blade against his throat. They might kill him. Could also be a ridiculous scheme. Cross the forest without escort, this equates to suicide. Elise is right. The ambush might be for us. It often happens at sea. Pirates leave a castaway on a shoddy raft and sail beyond the horizon. Then trading ships come in and stop to help the poor fellow, and 1 hour later they're harpooned by pirates. We already have the mission, escort the prince to the capital. We cannot help put him in harm's way, but we are also under the watchful eye of Sonros, the keeper of honor. Deity of mortality and honor. The honor of the Corps is at stake, and we must help those in need. Well, help the victim. You're right, Hale. We cannot turn away from Sonros even now. Eliza grows closer to the Order of Ancestral shit. Let's finish this quickly then. Fellas, watch behind ye. Let's have you 2 swap. Anchor throw. Perhaps not the best pick. Interesting. taken aback. Good to see you. How goes it? We are playing some demos today. This is Crown Gambit. Which is so fucking much my vibe. Holy shit, it's been a time. Let's heal her, and then Poison Dagger. And we got enough points for Retribution. Get Eliza going. Transfusion. He's probably gonna die next turn. Or I can kill him now. Do my free fallback. And then set Effusion to bleed the leader. Saw you on, so I'm here to crash the party. You're always welcome to crash the party. Always appreciated. Okay, just summon in a random dog. That's... Eric, I'm not sure if you've been here for Demonstrables before. This is just the demos game show, essentially. Let's see. Removes all of her bleed and then gains 3 armor for each bleed. I did get rid of it, okay. We'll drain. I believe bloodletting should kill. And I don't have enough action points. Oh wait, no, coagulation is free. Yeah, I'm working on Wild new schedule, so it's kind of rough lately, but we're here, we're doing it, things are happening. Let's get another untouchable on, and then... Yeah, it won't let you use Anchor's Throw on someone who's within one. We've got Delayed Strike. Do Shattered first. And then Standard Head, and then Delayed Strike. Oh, bullshit that you get to summon another. It's the, you know, the kind of downside for Delayed is that it's the end of their turn. And chain. And heals. Can't do my free movement because I am... Did that waste the action button? It's not. Okay, that's good. Does strategic retreat work? It does not, and that did waste the action. That sucks. Alright, I guess nothing else to do but encourage. Call that around. Oh yeah, but Eric, since we're here, we got some new stuff. Take a moment from the game with our new starting screen. Have you committed your Bloodstone Circle ritual today? Yep. Oh no, alt-tabbing broke the game. That's tragic. Okay. Alright, I think we got our, the gist of what was happening in the Crown Gambit demo. That game is fucking awesome. I hope its full release is a little more put together. No, the ritual was too strong. It killed the game. That's fine. Not even a crash report. Okay, cool. Okay, let's move on to the next demo of the evening, because that's the... I gave it one more chance and it just wanted to die.